There's something strangely captivating about watching someone get really good at something in real time. Not in a polished Hollywood kind of way, but raw, messy, unpredictable. One day, they're just another guy uploading videos, and the next, they're everywhere. That's the story of Grant Horvat. And no, this isn't just another golf YouTuber makes a big story. This is about timing, personality, and the perfect collision between skill and the internet. Because Grant didn't just ride the wave of YouTube golf, he became one of the reasons the wave exists. Chapter 1, The Foundation. Before the cameras, before the viral matches, before the massive collaborations, there was just golf. Grant Horvat didn't come out of nowhere. He grew up around the game. His dad was a golf coach, meaning from a young age he wasn't just playing for fun. He was learning the mechanics, the discipline, the structure behind the sport, and that matters. Because when you watch Grant today, it's easy to think, yeah, he's just naturally smooth. But that smoothness, it's built on years of repetition, thousands of swings, hundreds of rounds, quiet mornings on driving ranges that nobody ever saw. Chapter 2, The YouTube Golf Explosion. Now here's where things get interesting. For years, golf had a reputation problem. Slow, outdated, kinda boring. But then YouTube changed everything. Creators started turning golf into something different, something faster, more competitive, more personal. Instead of watching pros on TV, you were suddenly watching real people, talking trash, making mistakes, laughing mid-round. And right in the middle of this shift, Grant Horvat found his lane. Chapter 3, Good Good, The Launchpad. If you know Grant, you probably first saw him as part of Good Good. In that group, it was lightning in a bottle. A mix of personalities that somehow worked perfectly together. You had energy, humor, competitiveness, and then you had Grant. Calm, technical, consistent. He became the perfect contrast to the chaos. While others were loud, Grant was composed. While others were unpredictable, Grant was reliable. And weirdly, that made him stand out more, because in a group full of noise, he was the signal. Chapter 4, The Skill That Made People Stay. Let's be real for a second. Personality might get someone to click on a video, but skill is what makes them stay. And Grant had both. His swing is one of those things that just looks right. Effortless tempo, clean contact, that quiet confidence after impact where he already knows the ball is good. It's satisfying to watch. Even if you don't play golf, you can feel it, and that's rare. Because most sport because most sports content doesn't translate unless you understand the game. But Grant's game, it's visual, it's intuitive. It just works. Chapter 5, The Breakaway. Then came the moment that changed everything. Grant left Good, and when it happened, people had questions. Why leave something that's clearly working? Why step away from the group that helped build your audience? It didn't make sense to a lot of people, but in hindsight, it might have been the most important move of his entire career. It might have been the most important move of his career. Chapter 6, Betting on Himself. Going solo on YouTube is risky because now there's no group dynamic to lean on. No shared audience safety net. It's just you, your content, and whether people actually care enough to stick around. And Grant, he didn't just survive that transition, he leveled up. Chapter 7, The Reinvention. After leaving, something shifted. The content got sharper, the collaborations got bigger, and Grant's personality started to come through in a different way. More confident, more expressive, more him. Instead of being one part of a group dynamic, he became the centerpiece. And that's when people started to realize Grant Horvat isn't just the good guy, he's a brand. Chapter 8, Collaborations. This is where things really take off. Grant started playing with bigger names. Not just YouTubers, but high-level golfers, influencers, and personalities that expanded his reach beyond the original audience. And every time he stepped onto the course with someone new, he proved he belonged there, not as a guest, but as an equal. Chapter 9: Why Grant Works. There are a lot of good golfers on YouTube, and there are a lot of entertaining personalities, but very few people sit perfectly in the middle of both. Grant does. He's good enough to impress serious players, but relatable. He's good enough to impress serious players, but relatable enough that casual viewers don't feel left out. He's competitive, but not arrogant, calm, but not boring, technical, but still easy to watch. It's a balance that's hard to fake, and even harder to maintain. Chapter 10: The Bigger Picture. Grant Horvat's rise isn't just about golf. It's about how the internet is changing what success looks like. You don't need to be on TV anymore. You don't need a traditional path. If you're skilled, consistent, and just interesting enough, and if you're skilled, consistent, and just interesting enough, you can build something massive from nothing. And maybe that's why Grant's story feels different. Because it doesn't feel finished. It still feels like it's building. Like every video is another step forward, another level, another piece of something bigger. So when people look back years from now, they probably won't just see a YouTuber who got popular playing golf. They'll see one of the people who helped redefine the entire space. And the craziest part, he's just getting started.